Alrighty, welcome. So here I have Miss Alicia Young, pero Alicia Hoban. Young lady here who just recently moved to Merida. She's been living in Baja California, which is actually Mexico, not California the state, but Baja California, Mexico, south of San Felipe. She's been living there 8 years and just recently made a move to Merida. We're going to have a sit down with her in just a moment. She's going to share experiences about Mexico and her experiences about Merida. But first, she's going to give us a tour of her home, and then we're going to jump right into the conversation. And when we helped her find this house, it was completely empty. And as you can see, she's starting to turn it into a home and whatnot. So without further ado, welcome Alicia. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. I am doing fantastic.
Awesome. So Merida, you've been here how long now?
About 2 weeks, going on 3 weeks. And let me correct that, I'm doing fantastic. Estoy muy... Wait, cut it, wait a minute.
Fantastico.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm good. Okay, but you can cut that out, right? No, okay.
I typically don't cut, but I'll try.
Okay.
I can't promise you.
Okay. Okay, correction. I am doing more than great. Estoy como nunca.
What does that mean?
That means never better, and better by the minute since I've been here.
Wow, awesome. So you've been here 8 years in Mexico.
See.
2 weeks in
Merida.
Merida.
2.5 weeks in Merida.
2.5 weeks in Merida. And I don't want to get into it just yet, but can we see your house?
Yes,
Awesome.
but it's a work in progress. So,
Cool beans.
the living room.
And this was completely empty when we moved in.
Completely empty. It had the window covers and the AC.
That's it.
That's it.
And what neighborhood are we in?
We are in Francisco de Montejo.
You got it rolling off your tongue now.
See?
So we're in the neighborhood Francisco de Montejo. This is right near Galleria's Mall or Galleria's Plaza. It's a great middle class working class neighborhood. Have you found any unique restaurants or eating places around the corner or anything like that?
I found a little place that's a half a block here. If you remember, Oxo is like a half a block away.
Yeah.
Across the street from Oxo is I'm pretty sure they live there and they open up in the evenings, and it's Yucatecan food. And I don't remember the name of the food I got, but it was to die for.
Really?
And it was a corn tortilla with beef, the kind of beef that that pizza had on it that we went to.
Yeah, beef stick. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it was a different kind. You know how it's on a spit and they cut it like this. Anyway, so it had the beef, it had vegetables, lettuce, tomato, came with the picante sauce, and get this, one was like 40 cents.
40 cents?
40 US cents.
For a
It was enough for me to eat, but it was so good I wanted to go back and get another one, but then I thought, because I've gained.
Really? Are you serious?
I've gained several pounds since I've been here. From eating the food that's fresh, it's delicious, and I don't want to say cheap, but it's so economical that you can afford to eat out all 3 meals and then an extra one every single day. It's that economical.
There you go. See, now y'all listen to that. So staying out of those chain restaurants and staying out of those U.S. brand restaurants will save you a ton of money. And dealing directly with the mom and pops out here, and the food is going to be better. It's going to taste great. And you're supporting local business, and it's just good. You can afford to eat out often.
Yes, but if you have a taste that really needs to be tickled and satisfied, I am guilty of using Didi, which is Didi It's a lifesaver. I had no clue something like that was even available. I ordered some KFC.
Uh-oh. Now that, but in you know what? In your defense, the chicken from KFC tastes like the chicken from KFC from 30 years ago in the United States.
It does. It was so good. I ordered some KFC before I left the U.S. and I threw it all out because it was like garbage.
Yes.
But the KFC here rekindled the love for good flavor, and I could taste the garlic and the onions and just incredible.
And it's crunchy chicken.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah, and you can get crunchy or the original.
Or the original.
So I got a box of mixed. And all of it was delicious.
Oh my. Let me ask you a question. I know
Yeah.
one of the complaints people had or rumors that they heard was, I can't find good quality furniture in Mexico. I know when you first got here, again, we moved into this place completely empty, no furniture. We went furniture shopping. Have you been satisfied with what you've been able to find so far?
Yes, absolutely and positively. I found most of this at Sears, believe it or not. This was Sears. This was another store just walking through the mall, and I said, that's what I need. So all of it under budget. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much it cost, but it was under what I had planned to spend.
Nice.
And they delivered it.
And how long did it take? It was a reasonable amount of time?
Yeah, reasonable amount of time. This one came the next day. Can you believe it?
Oh, wow. And y'all, it's hard to see how big this is, but this is a 55-inch or 50-inch television?
55-inch television.
55-inch television, and, and that's sitting on top of here, and there's plenty of space left on both sides of the TV. So that gives you an idea how big it is. It's kind of hard to see on video. And that thing is gorgeous. That is gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
And so you say you got this, you picked that up as well.
At Sears, right.
And this looks good. And the chairs and the tables, and I was with you. The chairs are very comfortable. I sat in them when we were in the store. And we found this store that sold all these accessories. What was your first impression when we went in that store? It was like
mind-blowing. It was incredible. And it was like we were supposed to be there because we weren't planning to get there. And we were at a stop sign, and you said, that's the store I was telling you about. And it's a 3-story glass front. And it just blew my mind. So, of course, I had to pick up a few pieces. So,
they had
I don't
everything.
remember the name of it, though.
It's actually Gallerias. I think that's it, just Gallerias.
Okay.
Because sometimes I put that in the GPS and it takes me to the mall, but that's the name. It's just Gallerias.
Okay.
And they got one in Central, and they got one on the northern side of town as well.
I want to go back.
You want to go back?
I want to go back.
I'll take you back. I'll take you back.
Yeah, this.
And you found this gem. You had somebody hang it up for you?
At CashDown.
That was a beautiful place.
Yeah. And a few other pieces around here I got from CashDown. And the ladies there are incredibly nice and accommodating.
Very nice.
And one speaks fluent English. The other one speaks a little English. But they have such a great sense of humor, and the store is just mind-boggling.
It's a beautiful store. They have semi-new used furniture, lots of different accessories. The lady there is a wonderful artist. Oh my God, she's making amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Worth going by. I'll put the link in the description here and the name of the place on the screen for you all who want to go visit. Definitely worthwhile to go explore and look for some stuff. So the place here came with air conditioning in the house, right? And air conditioning in the rooms. And this particular guy, he used to live in the United States, so he had a better idea of what to put in his house and what to do to make it more attractive to people who wanted to rent.
Yes.
And he's been awesome. Bar stools, you bought those at
right.
Home Depot, I believe. Right?
Home Depot.
Was that Home Depot?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this came from CashDown.
Y'all got to go to CashDown for real.
Yes.
You definitely need to go.
Yep.
And is this paint or backwash or what do you call it?
No, it's some kind of laminate.
That is nice.
It's washable.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I love
sense.
it as a contrasting feature.
It stands out, definitely. And this guy, from time to time, he will have properties available. He sent me one. Matter of fact, he sent me one. His wife sent me one a week ago. And the following day, I followed up with her, and she was like, "Yep, it's already gone, Cartess."
Yeah, you got to be quick. And we decided on this one the same day.
The same day.
We talked a little, not even 5 minutes, and I told him, yes, I want it. So I signed a 2-year lease.
There you go. How many bedrooms?
2 bedrooms, 1 bath.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm gonna follow you on around.
Okie dokie. This is the first bedroom. And
Air conditioning, shades on the window.
And we got that at the Gallerias. But this I brought with me, and including my bell.
And so what are we looking at, if you don't mind me?
This is my altar. I am Nichiren Shoshu Buddhist. And the main reason I decided to move here, not only because it's the safest city in the U.S. and safest city in all of America, meaning North America and South America, but there is a Hokkeko group here, the people that practice the same form of Buddhism that I practice. So, but Cartess made me feel like it was home. So I should say, you made me feel like it's home. But this is, okay, so this is my Buddhist altar, and we chant Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, and it's Nichiren Shoshu Buddhism. So.
There we go. And so at the Gallerias, we walked past that. She was like, oh my God, I got to have it. And then, of course, they had a 20%, was it a 20% discount?
Yeah, plus another, I think it was 30, and then they added a few more, maybe 10%. So it came out to like 40% discount.
Yeah, something outrageous. And then the free delivery.
And
you were sold. You were done. Yeah. Then they said they can bring it the next day.
Right. Right. And they were here. They were Johnny on the spot.
Exactly. So, yeah, so this room here is exclusively for
my Buddhist practice.
For your Buddhist, okay.
Sorry, I haven't had a chance to put some of this away.
Oh, no, that's okay. The room, it came with this closet. A lot of the spaces that you'll find in Merida are open space due to the heat and humidity. Closed spaces tend to breed mold and moisture and all of that. So you'll see a lot of space like this. And actually, I saw the exact same setup in Home Depot.
Oh.
I was like, I seen that before, and I remembered it was here. But yeah, beautiful place. It came with, of course, the room come with the air conditioning as well. You have some hammock hooks on the wall. There's another one right there, and then the other two on the adjacent walls. And the rooms are very spacious. And what is this thingy here?
That is a hookah.
A hookah.
A hookah.
That's like an old one.
It's an antique hookah, but it still works.
Really?
Haven't tried it out yet. But possibly in the future. But
there you go.
I don't smoke, but I love the aroma of cherry tobacco. So I may, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like it's worth giving it a shot.
Yeah.
Or a hit.
So if you know of any place that I can find tobacco, let me know.
I do know a place. And y'all, if y'all know a place, post in the comments. Let us know where Miss Alicia can go to find some good stuff for this setup, for this hookah. That looks amazing. You got that from CashDown as well, right?
I did.
Awesome. All righty. So this is bedroom number 1.
Yes. A well-used bathroom. Do you want me to turn the light on in there?
Yeah, if you don't mind. I'm sure y'all are already familiar with bathrooms. Seen one, you've seen them all, but pretty spacious. She added a new shower head that she picked up at Home Depot, and she added this shelving space here.
That you started and I finished, put it together.
I couldn't figure it out. I was struggling.
I was struggling from the directions, and I said, the heck with this. I just got the box, looked at the picture, and went from there.
You did better than me because I was struggling. I'm not the most handiest man of sorts, but it came out. You did a wonderful job. How long did it take you? Because I was 40 minutes in. I was like, okay, I'm about to come back.
Yeah, and it took maybe an hour and a half, but I stopped, had a little refreshment, and then started again. So it took maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
About 2 hours. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't feel so bad because I thought I was like, man, maybe there's something wrong with me.
No, the instructions were horrible,
Yeah.
but I got it together.
Good. Okay, so that's the bathroom.
That's the bathroom. This is bedroom number 2.
Bedroom number 2, air conditioning, of course.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for the base for my bed. But I discovered in one of the malls, the bamboo place. What's the name of it?
I just know it as bamboo, but I'm sure it's called something else.
Yeah, it's something bamboo. But anyway, bamboo sheets are like silk. I had no clue. So it's like you're in a world of your own called complete luxury when you get in the bed. And I'm still waiting for the base from Sears to be delivered.
Now, what I want y'all to understand is, because many times, folks get caught up with the idea that they have to come in and buy everything from day one. You know, I know when we first got here, we just bought 3 mattresses, threw them straight on the floor, bought 3 mattresses and a TV. That was our bare minimum that we needed. We needed to have a TV and 3 mattresses. You know, and then later on we added a sofa, then we added the bed, the bases and all that stuff, and that just went on. So as y'all can see, you just start where you're at and just keep adding on and adding on and adding on. Because at your other place in Baja California, Mexico, you had already had a house built and you sold all your stuff. Is that correct?
Yes. I bought a house. Well, I bought the land in a place that's 1 hour drive south of San Felipe, and San Felipe is a 2 hour drive south of Mexicali. So where I lived, I bought the land, had a house built, and tried to love it for 8 years, but it didn't quite work. But I tried.
But you tried.
8 years of trying to love a place, you finally come to the realization, even for some slow people, that this isn't utopia. This is not my forever home. It's not my forever location. So here in Merida, where it's green, it is hot, but it's tolerable. If you like hot weather, this is a place for you. If you want to feel safe walking to the store 9 o'clock at night by yourself, this is a place for you, because I've done it a few times now. Well, waiting for my refrigerator to be delivered, and thank you again for loaning me your cooler, because that was a lifesaver.
Absolutely.
So I'm still waiting. I bought bedroom furniture, but it's going to be 15 days before they deliver it.
There you go. So yeah, y'all, so don't let little things like that hold you up. Just, make it work. And that's what Miss Alicia is doing. She's making it work. And she's enjoying her stay here so far. So that's bedroom number 2. So 2 bedrooms, a bath. Now we're into the kitchen.
Yeah, into the kitchen. Found a great deal on a refrigerator at Liverpool. They had some kind of super sale. And it blew the final price blew me away, and it included delivery.
Wow.
So and Liverpool is high end.
Yes.
It's a bit pricey, but for their super sale, and to tell you how friendly the people are here, people just volunteer information, because I'm not fluent in Spanish, not by any stretch of the imagination. And some people that were there just told me, come back tomorrow because they're having a super sale. And so we went back the next day and got this. And I have to tell you, it was under 500 US dollars. It was in pesos, but under $500.
And this is a nice fridge. Yeah, that is tall. And you got freezer space down in the bottom. Wow.
Incredible.
Wow. And so back to that guy. So I was actually with you that night.
Right.
You were buying this, what do you call this thingy?
Oh, a Nespresso.
An Nespresso.
Nespresso. It's a lifesaver. It was, some of you already know what a Nespresso is, but you put these capsules in, and I have to tell you about these capsules. You touch this, it opens, you drop a capsule in, push the button, and you get a cup of coffee.
Wow.
And you, depending on what you put in here, you can get, you know, espresso, or you can get a regular cup of coffee. And when I bought it, you know, some capsules came free with it. And then I ordered online.
Oh, it's already here.
It came 2 days later.
Really? Damn.
2 days later, the guy is at the gate. Hello, Alicia. 2 days later.
Wow. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so we were in the store looking for one of these Nespressos, and she was about to buy it, and a guy heard us speaking English and heard us going back and forth trying to work our Spanish out with the cashier. And he came over and like, don't buy that today. Tomorrow you can get it for 20% less.
Right.
Having a big old giant sale. You know, come back tomorrow. Tell them he told us everything.
Hold it.
Tell them to hold it. In fact, he told them to hold it for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I forgot about that, but you're right.
Yeah, he told them, he was like, y'all hold that for them, blah, 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 talking in Spanish. And then they came and got your name, wrote it down on the box. And then we went back the next morning at about 11:30 and boom. Got it. And then she got this deal that same weekend on the refrigerator, discounted down. So they're very friendly people here.
Yes.
People are willing to help you out, you know.
And even in OXXO, because I was buying water, the water, if you're buying 2 of them, and the ice, it's hard to navigate even getting into a bag to carry it half a block, right? And this guy, tall, handsome, I mean, he startled me, but, but I wanted, yes. But of course I didn't. Oh my God. So he helped me get the stuff into the bags. He offered to carry it home for me, but I thought, no, it's okay. I can do it. So he wished me well in Spanish and, you know, hello, thank you. And people just help. They help.
Yeah.
It's incredible. You would not find that kind of friendliness, openness, and helpfulness north of the border.
Exactly.
So, I am never, ever leaving Merida. So.
And you haven't been back to the States in over 8 years.
Right. Well, I went back about 6 years ago. It reconfirmed. Sorry. It confirmed my decision. Now it's a conviction. I will never, ever leave Mexico, but more importantly, I will never, ever leave Merida.
Wow.
Never. And thank you again for making me feel like this is home. From day one I met you, when you came and picked me up at the Airbnb, it was just like you were a cousin that I just met, like a brother that I didn't know I had. So
thank you. I appreciate that. Absolutely. I had a great time just hanging out with you and going to shop, and
yes,
we were just exploring and learning a lot of new places together. You know, so I love it.
Thank you.
So we're in the kitchen again. This guy. It's the little things, the little touches. This backsplash. What do you call that?
This is tile.
Just okay.
This is incredibly well. In the U.S., it's going to cost you a fortune. You see the size of each tile piece. My house that I built, I had 12-inch tile, and that cost me an arm and a leg. Cheaper than U.S., but
still costly.
Cost. So these are larger. The larger the tile, the more expensive it is. But
he took the time to set this up.
You can tell he loved this house, and he redid it, and it just feels good when you come in. For me, it feels good when I walk in. Felt good when I walk in the door, and continues to feel great.
Oh yeah. I definitely noticed the same. Now this is the dining room. Yeah. Plenty of space in this house, y'all. Plenty of space. Again, it's hard to see how much space it is just looking at this video, and it's kind of hard to see the space just looking through the video, but it's plenty of space. So. Haven't found a dining set yet that you like?
No, and I'm the type, if I'm going to buy it, I need to love it, because I was taught from an early age, anything worth having is worth taking care of, which means you need to love it when you buy it and check for quality. So I'm looking for the perfect dining room set before I spend another dime.
I love it. I love it. And she has these 4 suitcases here. If any of you all need some luggage and you're currently here in Merida, she has these for sale. Just send a message to me, and Cartess at cartessross.com, or email at support@moveabroadandthrive.com, and or just leave a comment and we'll get a hold of you. But she's selling all 4.
Yes.
Can they buy it by the piece, or you prefer to sell all 4?
And they can even check the price on Amazon.com, and they expand. Those are the largest ones available on Amazon.com. And I still couldn't bring everything I wanted to bring. But I don't miss it. So it's like, okay, I enjoyed all of the stuff for 8 years, some of it longer, because I brought a lot from the U.S. And it's like, for what? I don't need it. I am starting new at a place that I absolutely love. So let someone else enjoy it. So I sold everything.
There you go.
Except the clothes you see here. Some of the boots are goo. So
I love it. Though again, very spacious suitcases. Again, it's kind of hard to tell how big they are looking at it in the video, but they're very large. They expand. And you think, how much were they on Amazon?
They were over $100 per suitcase.
Per suitcase.
So check them out. They're on Amazon.com, and of course I don't want what I paid for them because I used them one time. But we can talk about prices. Awesome.
So there you go. All right. So I'm not going to put your business out there in the streets, but is this a very affordable place?
Oh, it's totally affordable. Let me say this. 2-bedroom house, 1 bathroom, all of this space.
Yeah.
Under what would be equivalent to $500 in the States.
Absolutely.
I mean, under.
And there's a pretty spacious backyard out there. It's raining outside. So, and the garage. Can we see the front door?
Sure.
The gate?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want you to see how much space it is outside, just so you can get an understanding of the value that she got here. Like she says, under $500.
Yep.
In a great neighborhood.
In a great, completely safe neighborhood.
And so all of this is covered.
Yep.
And has a gate and it has a room for 2 cars.
Right.
And there's a separate gate that you can walk through, and have the little, what do you call a little car? Well, I didn't really notice that.
Like a little terrarium, but it's open.
Wow. And this is covered. And so there's a little open space here. Beautiful neighborhood. I'm just going to the front and just let you, like I say, this is, the mall is close by, Galleria's Plaza, the mall, Sam's Club is nearby, Costco is nearby.
Don't forget the park over here, walking and biking trails.
And that's about what, half a block?
Yeah, half a block.
Wow.
And they have activities and like celebration type stuff there. I would say probably 3 times a week.
So plenty of things to do out here. Mom and pop shops. There's a lady here down half a block down in front of the Oxo that sells ceviche and fried fish.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
find that place.
It seems like she only opens on the evening times and maybe possibly only on the weekend, possibly. We saw her, she's right next to the place that sells, there's a guy, a shoe repair guy.
Yeah.
It's right
that's
next
also,
door. Right next to them.
Oh.
They'll throw up a sign and then they have all that stuff out there.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's a lot. So again, it's kind of hard to see how much space it is. But all of this under 500. That here is a service entrance that takes you to the back. They keep people from coming into your house if they're here to work on the yard or fix something or go on the roof or whatever. So lots and lots of space. So we're about to go inside and we're going to set up again and we're going to have a little sit down chat and talk about life in Merida. All right, so we're back for part 2. I was just telling Alicia, I'm like, I look like a bum sitting next to you.
No.
And she's looking all pretty today and jazzy. Now, this is Mexican attire.
This is Mexican attire.
What do they call it? Any idea by chance? I see a lot of people wear it.
Yeah, this one I think was made in Oaxaca. And the mall that you were telling me, like downtown, that you can get lost in, that has all these little alcoves with cellars. We found this one lady, because I was looking for these, and if you notice, it has the same embroidery in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ones I found that were a lot more affordable, this was not expensive if you could do the price comparison, but I wanted one that had the same embroidery in the back.
Okay.
Hard to find until we found these ladies. So she took my measurements, had this made, and I had a few others made.
Oh, it's a custom.
Yeah. So,
Oh, I love it. Man, I'm telling y'all, you can get what you want in Mexico. And custom. That's why it looks so nice on you. I haven't had anything custom made. I might need to go get me one. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You need to, because if you find something you love but it's not exactly what you want, talk to the people that are selling it, because chances are they can have it made for you or make it themselves.
Exactly.
And
Okay.
then you can go back and pick it up.
All right. So y'all hear that? So y'all getting little nuggets just dropping right there in front of you. So Mexico, 8.5 years. Why Mexico? Anything happen? What made you decide to cut it and run out of the States?
Okay. I'm single. My husband died more than 15 years ago, and I had a house in Vallejo.
That's in California?
Vallejo, California.
Okay.
That's Northern California. And the neighborhood was nice when I moved in, but I was only there a little over 2 years, and it started to change, and I didn't like the change. So part of the dance group that I belonged to was also a salesperson for the development where I went and bought land in Mexico. So she told me about going to a free dinner presentation because you can buy and actually own land in Mexico depending on where it is.
Okay.
You know, they'll tell you, no, you get a 100-year lease, and that's true for some areas.
Okay.
And for some pieces of land. But, you know, she said you can buy the land. It would belong to you. You can will it to whomever.
Okay.
So, and you can build the house that you want. At that time, it was under $75 per square foot, which is unheard of. And I didn't believe her. I didn't believe one word she said, but I believed she believed it. You know, so I was thinking, oh, they really programmed her really well. So I went to the dinner presentation, And there were other people there that said yes, indeed, they had bought some land. Mm. So, and then they offered a free weekend trip. Mm. So they would pick you. The only thing you had to do would be to get to San Diego Airport.
Okay.
And be ready to get on a luxury tour bus at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that sounds doable.
It was doable. So, and then she explained the whole itinerary that they'll take you across the border. So you remember to bring your passport, driver's license, whatever, and like a weekend bag. You know, don't come with a ton of stuff because you're only going to be there. You're coming back on Monday morning.
Okay.
So went there Saturday. Crossed the border, Mexicali to San Felipe. They put us up in a hotel. Mm-hmm. They fed us and showed movies on the bus, so it was very pleasant. So I thought, okay, we'll see what they really
going on.
Because I said I am not buying. You know, I said I'll go and look for free because you're not asking me for any money. So we got there. The hotel was nice. The guy that even invented pasta de Alfredo. Mm-hmm. Okay, the Alfredo sauce.
Okay.
He owned the hotel.
Wow.
And he was impressive. Little guy, but super nice. And he had traveled the world. Anyway, so we stayed there, and that particular weekend was a tequila festival.
Oh. You can't lose going on a trip like this. See? I mean, ain't no win-win all the way around.
No. And so the Malecón is like a strip, like the boardwalk.
Okay, now what's a Malecón for those that don't mean
it's a long strip of land with vendors on one side and the sea of, in my case, it was a Sea of Cartess on the other side.
Oh, I bet that was gorgeous.
Oh, to die for. So after dinner at the hotel, we walked after dark to the Malecón, and I shopped, and they had.
So you was already having a blast.
I was having a blast.
All right.
And they had tequila this flavor. Walk 3 or 4 feet, tequila that flavor. Tequila. And of course, food. And it was cheap. So many tastings for free. And there was dancing in the street. And I love, anyone that knows me knows I love to dance in the street. I belong to the Chinese dance formation group in Florida. I belong to a ballroom dance group in Florida. Love to dance. So we danced in the street to all kind of music.
I'm thinking you already sold by now already.
But I was ready to have an open mind about wherever. So after that, and being out until after midnight, still eating and drinking. Didn't get drunk because I'm smart enough not, you don't get drunk when in a strange place, even though you feel comfortable. So we went back to the hotel. The next morning, they fed us breakfast. We hopped on the bus again and drove to the area. And I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't want to deter or encourage anyone to buy land there. But we drove to the area. We went in. When I got there, they had a model home, and that was it. So... big piece of land, Sea of Cartess, walking distance. And so they started showing us different places. The model home was there, and another house that was built after, the lady that died off the shore of Catalina. Anyway, it was like a hacienda, but the kitchen in one area, open space, bedroom here and bedroom there, but you had to walk from a bedroom through the open courtyard to get to the kitchen area. Anyway, as an example, they built the house that they wanted. Yeah. So that was what was there. And a little bitty one-bedroom house that looked like a mouse house. Sorry. And so anyway, I thought, okay, depending on price, because I knew the house that I wanted to build. And so the price was right, and they said if you pay cash or you write a check, we'll give you 25% off. So guess what?
So
I bought a 1/4 acre of land, wrote him a check. The land was mine. And then I started drawing up plans.
Oh, wow.
And like 4 or 5 months later, we were in the building stage for my house.
Okay, so they were moving along pretty
Moving
well.
along pretty quickly. And, you know, the time I was there, they built a great clubhouse, swimming pool, jacuzzi, wading pool for the kids. They were going to build a tennis court, but hadn't quite got there. But and then every Saturday, at that time, every Saturday, there was something going on in town. Friday night too, but every Sunday they bring another group of people down, you know, to sell more property. But they had free margaritas and free food, and you know, just a welcoming, homey type. So that was great. But it wasn't green enough for me. And I planted a lot of stuff, but the rabbits ate.
Oh, okay,
The jackrabbits ate my green stuff.
Oh,
They had coyotes.
Oh.
And fox.
Damn.
So nice if you like, and no street lights. Nice security gate, no street lights.
Oh my!
So I'm not going to say a whole lot more about the place, but an hour's drive on a road with no street lights to get to the town of San Felipe to buy a Coca-Cola or to buy a loaf of bread.
Goodness!
Or
you had to go that far out.
Yeah, 1 hour drive north, then 1 hour drive back home. But I started teaching belly dancing.
You say
started teaching belly
dance.
Belly
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I had to rig the mic up because we don't have the clip fell off. I got a bobby pin.
Sorry, and I talk with my hands. You tie my hands,
that's all
and
right.
I can't
That's all right.
So anyway, so I started a belly dance.
1 second.
And salsa dance class. So that made it more attractive, and I could go once a week. Justified driving that distance and buying, you know, doing all my shopping for the week and what have you. So
okay, so you were teaching belly dancing classes
in San Felipe,
right. An hour away from where you were living.
I lived.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, and then COVID hit, and of course everything stopped, and it gave me time to really think and reevaluate my living conditions. Safe, but not as green as I wanted it to be, because it was a desertscape.
Okay, so that region, desert.
Desert.
Okay.
Desert.
Desert and water. Desert and beach.
And so I don't understand how the Sea of Cartess is right there.
Yeah.
But the only thing that grew were cacti, plural.
Cacti.
Cacti. And Palo Verde trees.
Really?
And what they call, I named him grandfather, but it's an ironwood tree. And all of them have GPSs in them, so you can't cut them down. It's governed by the state of Mexico. These trees are over 500 years old.
I bet that was nice to see.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Very strong wood. You could trim them, but you could only trim so far. You can't disturb the roots or the trunk of the tree. So if you like bonfires, you can trim that kind of tree if you had it on your property. I had one. And the wood would burn forever. Hot fire. I mean, it's super hard wood. A friend of mine that came to trim the tree, his sawzall blade broke. Tells you how hard the wood is. But anyway, so it gave me time to reevaluate where I was living. And I started.
And at what point how many years?
Had I been there?
Yeah, before you started this reevaluation.
About 5.5.
Okay, so 5.5 years you reevaluated.
Yes, and plus there were no Hokkaido members, no Buddhist members that I could find, and I did searches on all kind of talk groups. So when I finally knew that I wasn't going to go back to the U.S., I sent a message to my temple that I belonged to, told them where I was living, and so they said, oh no, you need to join this temple who governs all of South America. So I did, and then one thing led to another, and I got in touch with the Hokeko group here in Merida. And I said, problem solved, I'm gone. Then I found you on YouTube.
Hey.
After seeing quite a few others that I won't mention them, but after 3-4 times watching them, it's like not my cup of tea. And that's not to say anything derogatory about them, but they're not the kind of people that I would choose as a friend or even an associate. So anyway,
well, thank you.
This is home. This is like
I'm humble.
Relative. Yeah, this is okay.
Thank you.
So, and then talking with you, and your prices were so reasonable to help me get here and help me find this wonderful place.
Absolutely.
So, I'm sold.
So wow.
I'm sold.
Wow. So 8 years there. I'm trying to remember some of the previous conversations we had. So how are you feeling now about Merida? I know it's still a little early.
It's early, but I feel like the feeling I have is like I've been here forever.
Okay.
And you contributed to that by, you have an innate ability to make people feel at home. You're not pretentious. You are down to earth. You could have been a guy I went to school with, elementary school and best buddy from day one. So I didn't feel any kind of strangeness or standoffish.
Yeah.
So since I've been here, I feel like I've finally found my forever place to live, not only because of you and your family, the ones I've met.
Yeah.
And this house, this neighborhood, my landlord, oh my God.
He is a gem.
He is, I don't know, there aren't enough complimentary words that I know in the English language, and I know a few, that could adequately describe how great he is. He takes pride in, from head to toe, in his personal appearance, in the way he talks to people, his body language, because you can tell a lot about a person just watching how they move when they talk.
Yeah.
And their facial expressions. And his manager was the first person we met, Maggie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A gem from day one.
From day one.
Day one. The perfect, if I had a daughter, I would want her to be exactly like Maggie.
Oh, yeah.
Or a sister, or, any kind of relative. Because, exudes kindness, gentleness, professionalism.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very, very.
Totally professional.
And truthful.
Truthful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. If truthful were a building, he would be the whole building.
Oh, yeah.
And Maggie would be the whole building. It's a universe when you find people that are truthful, like you. Because you don't pull punches, you tell exactly how something is, and I totally appreciate it.
Thank you.
You can't trade them, and those people are hard to find.
They are.
They're like 1 in a million, and to find you number 1, Maggie number 2, Raphael number 3, and I have to also say another guy I met online who's been very helpful, Javier, and his wife. So I've met 6 people.
Wow.
That it would have taken easily anybody a lifetime to meet. One this year, maybe 2 years later, meet another one. To meet all of you within the span of what? A month?
Couple
months? A month and a half?
Oh, yeah.
Blown away.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah. This is home.
So this
I am
is
not
it.
leaving.
So this is it. You're
This is
bunkered
it.
down.
Yeah,
This is
right.
my. Plans. What are some of your plans you have for being here? Things you plan to do.
Number one, becoming fluent in Espanol.
Okay.
I've learned phrases, and I've met so many people that speak a little English, and they help you out. At the department store.
Yeah.
I was trying to tell the woman, I want this, but larger size. And she kept thinking I meant smaller size. And actually three people there explained, well, they started talking to me in English, and then they explained to her. So, that was success. It took some effort. But everyone is so helpful. So my plans are to learn more Spanish.
Okay.
Get connected with the dance groups.
Okay.
And go and do more dancing.
Y'all contact her if y'all have any connections with dance groups. Okay,
Yes, please.
So dancing.
Salsa in particular.
Okay.
Cumbia. And if the guy is trustworthy, bachata.
What kind of dancing is that?
It's a Latin dance, but your bachata partner, these are your legs. Your legs are like this dancing. It's closer than tango.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I learned that dancing myself.
It's wonderful, and two people look so good doing it when they're in sync.
My.
Yeah, and reggae dancing. Any kind of dance, even Viennese waltz, tango, of course, foxtrot.
Okay, I'm familiar with that one.
Okay, every kind of dance there is. And
So you love dancing.
I love dancing. I love dancing.
Wow.
So I'm going to connect with as many people that love to dance. And the salesperson, Maria at Sears,
Yeah.
she loves to dance.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, so she's going to send me a link for salsa dancing.
Oh, wow.
And, just meet more people and blend into this environment, And I haven't felt any tension for people, obviously. And I have a little Mexican blood or Hispanic blood, but I can't narrow it down. But I don't look Mexican. I don't know what I look like. but there's been no inkling of, how can I say this politely? No
Break it out.
inkling of racism, no separatist, no one standing off, because in the U.S., people look at you from head to toe, and give you another look, and then just you become invisible.
That's a good word.
And
you do.
I'm not the kind I don't want to be invisible. I want to be accepted by whomever, and I really, Pollyanna, maybe a little. Rose-colored glasses, maybe a little. But I feel like whatever you send out, you get back.
I'm in agreement 1,000%.
And I'm sharing on video, so I don't know how many people are going to hear this, but I consider everyone a friend that I just haven't met yet.
I can attest to that. Your energy has been, sometimes the kids, when people send me messages on WhatsApp and I'll play it plays on the speaker.
Oh, okay.
And so they like, oh, Daddy, I think she probably gonna be the best person that you worked with since you've been here. I think y'all would have a blast. And I have, and and
Thank you.
Absolutely. And the word that you said, everybody, how did you just say that? Everybody
is a friend you just haven't met yet.
A friend I just haven't met. And, and I can say yes. I mean, I felt that energy in that pool, and from the time we met, went out, looking around, eating, hanging out, shopping, And
Thank you.
it's been a wonderful time, a wonderful vibe. Great getting to know you.
And
and I don't,
igualmente.
igualmente, sí, gracias. I don't bring my kids around many people, but you met both of them, all three of them
All
actually.
three, yeah.
Yes, all three, and they have nothing but positive things to say.
I'm so glad.
And
Vice versa, they're wonderful.
Thank you.
You've done a great job.
Thank you. Yeah, they're my little babies. But yeah, so they had a good time, and right now Haley is dealing with some issues due to the lack of her medicines being available. But she often says, "Oh, her phone is still broke. I'm gonna break down and buy her a new phone tomorrow."
Please.
So,
And we found out,
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but we found out in talking with the people about repairing it, that there's something called Apple Care. And I asked her, because another woman spoke fluent English at the Apple store. And I asked, if we once get this repaired, can we buy Apple Care to take care of all the new?
Yeah.
And she said, no, you have to buy it at the time you buy a new phone.
Exactly.
Please.
Yeah, I'm gonna break down and buy it. I told her she took it to another place. I think they jacked the price up because she gringo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Haley, I just told you to get a price.
Right.
And
Did she leave the phone?
Yeah, she left the phone and they fixed the phone and then sent this
No.
outrageous bill. I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
I was like, all right, you know what? Before we go back and get that phone, I'm gonna price some other phones.
Yes.
Same like that. I might be cheaper just to buy you a new phone.
And forget it. Tell
and
them.
forget it.
Because they'll sell it.
Exactly.
So they won't lose any money.
They're not gonna lose anything, and so I just felt they would have been taken advantage of in that scenario. But I told her we'll get her phone tomorrow,
Good.
and because she felt bad that she couldn't communicate with you.
Yeah, I
'cause
miss
she's
talking
been-
with her.
Yeah, because she's been down a little bit.
Yeah.
Due to the medicine shortage supply, and but so I'm gonna get her phone back, and I think that'll help her spirits. I'm playing back in my head. I'm like, that probably ain't helping her cause none,
No.
not having the phone.
No.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get your phone back tomorrow. So
Great. I'm glad to hear it.
So so they all met you. They all enjoyed hanging out with you and going out with you. And awesome lady. I think based on what you just put out here, dancing, and you're gonna get a lot of folks like, hey, I know where to go. Hey, Alicia.
I hope so.
Blah,
Please,
blah, blah. So y'all reach out. Reach out. Leave the comments and send me your contact details. I'll be happy to pass on to her, to Alicia. And so I keep coming back to this belly dancing. How did you get into? So you taught belly dancing for a while.
For a while.
How long?
I didn't teach in the States, but I taught here in San Felipe for maybe 3.5 years.
Okay.
And so I had some people, they were diehards.
Uh-huh.
But the thing about belly dancing and any other dance or learning anything new, you need to crawl before you can walk.
Yes.
So some of the ladies that came, and let me say this, belly dancing is sensual.
Yeah.
It's not sexy.
Uh-huh.
You can make it sexy, but it's an art form. And in areas where they have belly dancing as part of your dinner presentation, your show, they have, for lack of a better word, bouncers that will escort people out that are not respectful of the dancers. Because it is not a touchy-feely.
Okay, so you can't just throw money out and make it rain.
No, you can, but they're not gonna like bend over and show you anything extra.
No lap dancing.
No. Oh my goodness. No. And it's. I'm just trying to give you a little snippet of. Okay, so if you find a place where they have belly dancing, you may, men and women, and it's depending on the kind of wedding, they may hire belly dancers to come. The women will hire the belly dancers.
Okay.
You know, it's not something that only men appreciate.
Okay.
Women as well appreciate a good belly dancer. You know, because it also inspires more activity on the home front. Okay. So, you know, it can give the wife ideas and techniques.
Okay.
If you pay attention. As well as the men. But if there's someone who's disrespectful in the audience or the lunch or dinner area, they're not security guards, but the security people who are there to make sure the belly dancers are respected.
Okay.
If you don't leave willingly, they will help you
be on your way
out. Yeah, and just as a note, from here to here, where your belly dancing belt or your skirt or harem pants start, it's a no-fly zone.
Okay.
Meaning, don't touch.
Don't touch.
In the back, for you can put money there, tuck it. But no patting, no caressing. Tuck it or give it to your wife or girlfriend. She can tuck it.
Okay.
That's to say, we appreciate your art form. So that's okay.
Okay.
And if you want to throw money on the floor, the belly dancer is not. Oh, and while you're tucking the money, she's not going to stop dancing. She's going to keep doing whatever she's doing. Because this is like icing on the cake. It's not why she's there.
Okay.
And when I say this, it's like tucking the money here. So, but I got into it. My first belly dancing teacher was, I'm nervous. Oh my God. Now her name is escaping me. Barbara Albiati, if you're watching this, tell me. I forgot her name. This is crazy. Anyway, my first belly dance teacher, a long time ago, but my husband didn't approve. He had the wrong idea about belly dancers. So I didn't continue. And then we saw Mabruka at a club in Hollywood. I don't remember now if it was West Hollywood, but he, can't remember the name of the instrument. I'm so sorry. Anyway, Sadoun was his name, and he's passed on. He's crossed over. But anyway, we went to see him, and we saw Mabruka dancing, and that was like another inspiration.
Wow!
So I would watch videos and and learn. When you take a belly dancing lesson, you awaken muscles that you don't normally use.
I can imagine, yeah.
And it's all about learning to control that muscle and nothing else, and then layering another muscle on top of that, so you can get the entire repertoire of moves that your body can do.
Wow.
But so teaching belly dance, if they're not serious, they don't stay, because it's not about wiggle and shaking and that kind of thing. So anyway.
I know you showed me a few moves that you said anybody can learn how to. I told her I didn't have any rhythm. No moves.
But my thing is, if you can walk, you can dance.
You said that you said. So. Now, do you teach? Do you still teach?
No.
Is it a desire to teach, or you just want to go out and just dance? And
for the most part, I just want to go out and dance.
Okay.
But if somebody wanted a lesson or two, if they were serious about learning the art form, then I could be talked into teaching.
Okay.
But not a big group.
Not a big group?
No.
What about other forms of dancing? Do you teach other dance forms?
I did teach salsa and cha-cha.
So you good then. So when you go to a local event to dance, you'll be glazing?
I think I'll be able to do some of the moves.
Wow.
Some of the steps. organized, anyone can go out and freestyle.
Okay.
But it takes a serious person to learn the actual steps and remember what they are depending on the music. And you need to learn the beat of the music to know what kind of dance to do to it. You know, but you can dance to, you can do almost any kind of dance to almost any kind of music.
There's this restaurant I go to. I believe it's a Cuban restaurant. And there's always this little man. And every single time I go, he's there. And it's always these taller women, much taller than him. Beautiful women, dressed very well. And he be out there making his moves, doing his thing.
Goodness.
And the women, they just keep getting up out their chair
to go dance
with him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who is this guy?
Because he knows how to lead.
That's the word right there. That's what he was doing. I was like, every week I go there, that guy.
I want to go. Tell me.
It got to be on a Friday or Saturday night. He would be there like clockwork. So we'll put that
into your schedule. Don't pencil me in. Ink you in.
So I will let you know the next, probably this coming weekend.
Perfect.
Every time that guy's there, and these aren't the same women. It's just like when this guy's there, all the women just get up and go dance with this guy. Yeah. And they be with their husbands or boyfriends, and nobody seem to be bothered by it.
Because dancing is dancing. It's not you trying to catch. It's not like you're what we call TP creep.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just dancing because you love to dance.
My.
And a good leader can make any partner look fantastic.
And they look, I'm like, if I can move like them, I'll be, oh man. But yeah, he did a little bitty guy, not dressed the greatest, but he is pulling them women that flock into that. And they can't wait to get on the floor.
There's a lot to be said for that.
Wow.
You know, when a man can dance and the women see that he can dance, they will be lining up down the street and around the block.
Literally.
You know, and then you can pick and choose if that's your desire.
Exactly.
You know, so it's
my.
Dance is a universal language.
I can see that. I know even that on the few occasions I took my daughters, we ate there. Some of the guys would come in, and some of these were younger guys and some of these were older guys.
Yeah.
Just showing them how to dance and showing them some moves.
And see, that's what I'm talking about. Time. Yeah. The people here are friendly.
Very friendly.
And there's and I have to say this. Some of your younger guys will flirt and offer services. So it's like, wait a minute, you could be my son. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. And it's like, no, just, I can help. Okay. But they did an about face. Because women can tell when they're offering a little more than just a friendly connection. It's like, whoa. Okay. If your dad is single or your grandfather is single, send him over here. Sorry.
Ironically, I was talking to a young lady today, telephone consultation. She's moving here next month. Her dad is 65, I think, widowed. The wife died some years earlier. And he hasn't been dating for a minute. And the few women that were chasing them down in the States, he was like, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm about to leave Mexico.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, well, there are plenty of women in your age bracket that will be right here waiting on you. And so she was like,
if
wonderful.
They can dance, if he can dance.
If he can dance. If he can, oh yeah. If he can dance.
He can dance.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
He pick whatever.
Right.
Oh my, I seen with my eyes what dancing can get. Get for a man. Oh my goodness. Wow.
And not drink too much.
He was I would say
and
he
not,
was, yeah.
Not no wacky tobacco
Now, he might have had a couple of Cuban cigars over there. I don't know. He might not be able to help himself with that.
Well, but have you ever tried to kiss a smoker?
Nah.
Nah.
Just bad.
No, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Because it gets in your pores, your hair. You can take a shower, but if you smoke on a daily basis, it's in your pores. You can't really get rid of it. And I don't smoke. Tried to smoke in college, but if I have to cough and choke to get used to something, I don't need it.
That's true.
So, anyway.
Well, may I ask you a personal question, if you don't mind?
Okay.
When you were living in Baja California, you've been here about 8 years now. Did you, because a lot of women ask this all the time about dating. Have you had any chance at a dating life while in Mexico over the last 8 years?
Yeah, I dated a few guys, but in the long run, it didn't work out. One was a dentist in the military. He was nice, but he wasn't as available as I needed. And I don't want him to be at my beck and call, but certainly on occasion when I say, I'd like to see you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm working late. I have, this kind of dental thing. Okay. And then after a point, there's so many.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't mesh.
We don't. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other ones who swore they could dance, they couldn't dance, and couldn't be taught. Because some people, they just have their mindset. I know it, and you can't. You can't teach me anything if you're not open-minded about everything.
Yeah.
I mean everything, not only dancing. Just have an open mind. And then one guy he was Mexican, but he turned out to be very racist. And that was my only experience. So, not to say that it doesn't exist, but very few and far between. I only met one Mexican that was a little bit racist.
Okay.
So, and even though you're not racist toward me, if you're racist to my friend, you need to go.
You need to be on your way. Yeah.
Get to step it. Sorry.
So it sounds like the way to your heart is going to be through some dancing. So
yes.
That's going to be a big boost and big help.
And then food.
And food.
Then food.
What do you like? What kind of food do you like? What do you like to eat?
Everything except okra and no liver.
I
can't stand okra and no liver. But anything else, I'll eat it. I'll eat. Oh, and chitlins. No, and I had a boyfriend who loved chitlins, and all his friends did too. And I said, I've tried to eat them from a lot of different people. They said, no, you need to buy them, clean them yourself, and I'll show you how to do it. So, okay, he bought a bucket of chitlins. I put on rubber gloves, and he said, you have to peel them and clean them under scalding hot water. So I had them turn up the hot water heater. The water was scalding hot. The smell, I don't know if okay. So I'm cleaning them, they're totally clean, and out of that big bucket, we ended up with this much, excuse me. And I love garlic and onions.
Okay, I'm a garlic guy.
So we put a ton of garlic and onions, and I discovered cumin. Cumin, okay, yeah. It's fantastic.
It is.
Okay, so we put a bunch of spices in there, and the water was wonderful. You over season everything. Cooked them down. People were coming out of the woodwork to come and eat them. And, we had fruits and salad and all the other stuff to go with it. And they ate those chitlins like there was no tomorrow. I tried to eat them.
Good.
I knew, and the texture, didn't like that. and even the flavor. You know, I like the pot liquor. You know, pot liquor is.
Yeah.
That was delicious. With all the herbs. But the chitlins, they still had that flavor to me.
Oh wow.
So chitlins are off the menu.
All right, so,
Like,
no chitlins and leave that alone.
Yeah.
Man, my. So yeah, I think you're gonna have some fun here.
Counting on it. I've had fun so far.
Yeah, unbeknownst to me, they had a big event last night.
Yeah, you didn't hear about it either.
I didn't hear about it until some kids wanted some pizza. And the only place they had it was down there in Central. So about 11 o'clock, then the place closed at 2, I think, in the morning. So at 11 o'clock, they was like, all right, we placed the order, but we gotta go pick it up. Mm-hmm. Drove down. That's how I found out about it.
Yeah, well, Raphael told me about it this morning. He was surprised that you didn't tell me about it, but I said he probably didn't know because he's working.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
It's a big event. I think they do a lot of dancing. I'm not sure. Did he say?
He said they do everything, the music and stuff. We didn't talk that much about it, but, you know.
Yeah.
He promised to let me know when the next one is happening.
So I think you gonna have plenty of opportunities to dance. So no regrets in moving to Mexico in general.
Absolutely none. And I learned the phrase "estoy como nunca." Means it's getting better every day. Can never be better. You imagine this is the best it's going to be. Tomorrow is even better.
It's even better.
Yeah.
Were you nervous the first time you came to Mexico because of what you heard in the media?
No, because I never believe all that garbage.
I like that.
That's hype, and my theory is the government controls almost all the news media outlets.
Yeah.
So if they warn you about crossing the border in any part of the Mexican border, it's so you keep your money in the U.S.
Yeah.
They don't want you to cross to get one thing and spend $1. So I've never believed any of that stuff. And I've never run into a problem. Never.
Wow.
Never. I have even in the area that's full of coyotes.
That's the only problem.
But you know, they passed me by and I stopped to look at them. They looked at me and they kept loping along. They didn't bother me. And I've learned something. I thought coyotes were completely carnivorous.
Yeah.
They're not. I mean, they would kill rabbits and eat them in a heartbeat. And they hunt in packs. But we had date palm trees around the clubhouse. And the dates were falling on the ground. And, you know, from one day to the next, the guy, Ugo, I said, what happened to the dates? You pick them up? He said, no, the coyotes ate them. I said, yeah, right. Coyotes don't eat fruit. And he said, sit there long enough. So I sat in the clubhouse. Sure enough, maybe around 5 o'clock, here comes the coyote, and then here comes another coyote. And they're eating the dates that fell off the palm trees.
Wow.
They ate them all. Ate every last one of them. If I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't have believed it.
Oh my goodness.
Because you could hear them when they killed a rabbit. They would howl. And a few of the people that ended up moving there had cute little dogs.
Yeah.
And common sense tells you you're in a desert. Don't let your little cutesy dog run out alone, especially when you don't have a fence around your yard.
Oh my goodness.
So they lost a few of their little doggies to the coyotes. And even the people that lived there, like the next camp over, she had a dog whose back was about like this high. And her name was Estrella. Beautiful dog. Good guard dog. Yeah. She liked you. Perfect. If you were a stranger, even though I just barely knew the family and the dog, They would protect you.
Yeah.
Anyway, they lost Estrella to a coyote pack, and she was a big dog.
Ooh. Ouch.
But, they said she was out, because they let her kind of roam because she wouldn't go too far from home, but they didn't have a fence around their yard either. This is a dyed in the wool, born here Mexican family.
Yeah.
And she said in all the years that they've had pets, they've never had one lost to coyotes. But this time, a pack came.
Yeah.
And, she's, and they still attacked her. They didn't consume all of her, but it hurt her enough so that she couldn't survive. So, they're treacherous.
I can imagine.
So.
My. Man. So, anybody who is considering a move to Mexico, any words of wisdom?
Come visit a lot of different areas, because I went to a few and thought, good to vacation, but I wouldn't want to live here. And then I heard about Merida, and I did come for a visit when our priest came to visit. So I came down and stayed almost a week in another Airbnb, and it was heavenly. No qualms about walking out at night.
None.
A lot of people, they won't go out when night hits, after the sundown. You can walk, you can skip, run, whatever, bike. And I see families and little kids, walking.
Having a good time.
So, no qualms about Merida, but no qualms about Mexico in general. And I know there are areas where the cartel is supposed to be heavy. I've been through some of those areas, but I do believe if you're not looking for trouble, trouble's probably not going to find you.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I find that to be the case. That was the case even in Colombia. The people that were getting hurt or harmed typically were doing things that probably shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah.
Not to say that's the case for all of it, but a majority of it seemed to be the case. Looking for trouble, looking for drugs. That is not a good thing. They even had some people that were stupid enough to come and try and set up their own turf and sell drugs.
No.
Like, how are you going to come from the United States or Canada and then go into Colombia and talk about this is your turf over here? Really?
Imbecilic.
Exactly. And the next thing you know, they was on the news. They done got killed, tied them up behind a tree, cut their throat, took their tongue, stuck it in their throat. I'm like, this is what happened when you come here talking about you now running the drug market in Colombia.
That's crazy.
Get out of here with that. So foolishness. Man, I think we pretty much talked about it all.
Everything.
Go ahead.
Clothes are much more, I don't want to say cheap, economical. More budget friendly.
Okay.
Here.
Yes.
Much more. If you have a minute, I want to show you something I got for the equivalent of $20 yesterday.
Hold on, got that on you. One second.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I forgot.
Got it. So she's about to go grab a piece right quick. Mexico is beautiful, y'all. Come visit. Come see it for yourself. People are moving here. People are living here. She's already been in Mexico for 8 years prior to coming here. Left there and came straight here. You can build a life for yourself, for your family. People are coming down here. They're having their children here. Children born, the dual citizenship. There's a lot you can do. I looked into a school here for becoming a pilot. They got a 12-month program. We get a pilot license, about $8,500 US for the whole 12 months. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Let me stop the video so I can flip the camera. Wow. Now, I don't know much about dancing, but is this a dancing dress or just a...
This is a dancing dress.
Let me see here.
This is the back.
Go ahead.
With the zipper. And it has a nice little
split.
Front. Respectful. It's on the side, and it's probably halfway, not even halfway up your thigh. You know, and a little fishtail sort of at the bottom.
That is beautiful.
Isn't this
Y'all, it's kind of
gorgeous?
hard to see how nice this thing is. It is really, really nice. Wow. And
Under the equivalent of $20.
No.
I swear.
Nah.
Yes. In a mall that I got lost in yesterday.
Really?
I'm just wandering through.
Oh my goodness. $20 US.
I absolutely love it. Love it. Love it.
That is amazing.
You know, I'm gonna have to put on heels to wear it.
Uh-huh.
But I
Wow.
couldn't believe it. I did an about face. Went back in the store and asked the price, and it stretches.
Wow.
So I had to buy it. No choice. I'm hoping I'll get to wear it. You know, but
I suspect you will.
I hope so.
I suspect you will. You know, I tell people all the time, there is something here for everybody. Whatever you're into, there is a place for you. Alicia is into dancing. She went out and bought a dancing dress. You know what I mean? There is a place for you. Whatever your interests are, whatever your hobbies are, you got options. And look at that, under $20 US for this beautiful dress.
I was floored.
I'm
I had her
floored.
write down the price because when she said, I don't remember exactly the pesos, but I did the math because I wanted to make sure I understood what she said. So
Yeah.
I had to actually write it down.
Yeah.
And then I did the math. Under $20?
Oh my
It's like,
goodness.
how? How can you? I was breathless. I'm still kind of breathless.
I know my daughter was looking at some wedding dresses, and we saw some that was like under $300, under $400, and I'm like, why are you trying to go back to the States and buy your wedding dress when you see plenty here that you like?
Right.
You know, but she said she was going to come back, but she didn't, and ended up buying a dress in the States. But
Oh my goodness.
you know, but I was floored at those prices as well.
Yeah.
My.
I mean, I can't remember the name of the mall. Let me put this down. I can't remember the name of the mall, but I'll tell you, because I have to write everything down and then tell Dee Dee. Dee Dee is incredible. Dee Dee is unlike anything I've ever encountered. Because with Dee Dee, you can order food, you can order a ride, you can tell them I need food, but I need some water also. I have them stop and get water, the bottles of water, and my food. And the cost for the Dee Dee driving service was only a couple bucks.
Yeah. I tend to find them cheaper than the Uber in many cases.
Yeah, I haven't used Uber. I don't intend to. But Dee Dee, and I think I've used probably 8 different drivers.
Okay.
2 were fluent in English.
Yeah, you'll come across those sometimes. And when you get them, get their numbers.
I did.
There you go.
I did. I did. And they're moonlighting.
Yes.
You know, and they didn't know the term moonlighting, so I explained it to them. They said, yes, great. You know.
So I'm assuming it's set. So no car here, Merida. How you been able to get around fine without cars? That's another question people ask.
Completely fine. Find out where you want to go. Do the Dee Dee thing on your phone, the app, and they know where you are, and they know where you want to go. And then if you want to go from there to point B, C, D, and E on, ad infinitum, you can do it with Didi. And I've never had to wait more than like 8 minutes.
Yeah. They seem to be fast. I love them more. I like them. I prefer them more than Uber. Much faster on arrival time. Tend to be much cheaper.
Right.
And again, don't have to wait for them to come find you, to come get you. So I love them. Didi. So y'all download that app. D-I-D-I. David, like D like David. So D-I-D-I, which is Didi on the App Store or the Play Store. Anything else you have?
Yeah, I've discovered that all of your pharmacies also have a doctor, MD doctor, on site. And they don't charge, they operate on tips. And Raphael confirmed that today.
Really?
Yeah.
The few I've been going to, they charge like 65 pesos, which is about $3.50. But I would like to learn more about this one here that you found, where they just work on tips. That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Dang.
It is.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Any other little gems you picked up along the way?
No.
I mean, you teaching me some stuff.
Yeah, but the more I talk about it, the more I remember. Yes, this happened, that happened. But, okay, so the food I buy street food in a heartbeat.
Yes.
And never had an upset stomach, never had any kind of internal problem with eating the food here. And, and I've had food at restaurants. The restaurant you took us to, where they came and they sliced off the meat at the table.
Yeah.
Warning, your eyes are always bigger than your stomach. Oh my God. But it was so good. I'm dying to go back there again.
Let me know when. I'm always down for that place.
Okay. We have to ink that onto the schedule again, because I definitely want to go back.
Yeah, it's some really good eating, y'all. Really good eating.
And that's about it. I mean, everything. I have an eclectic taste in furniture, in accessories, in clothes, and I have been able to find everything that I've ever wanted. Even some of the stuff I couldn't find in the U.S., or I found it and it cost an arm and a leg and a kidney. But I found it here. Like that light.
Yeah. Wow.
That would have cost me a fortune in the U.S. So depending on what you like.
And you even found somebody to hang that up and set it up.
Yeah. The handyman. Like? All he wanted me to pay him was for the materials that he bought. And I said, are you kidding? No. So I gave him an extra $10, and you would have thought I had given him $500.
Wow.
For him to go to the parts store or Home Depot or where the hardware store. Thank you. I get excited talking about how great this place is, and forget everyday words like hardware. Thank you. I'm sorry, but for him to go there, buy the stuff, bring it back, install it, and he took his time. So it looks neat. We're going to get a medallion to cover up some of the wires, but he hung it up, about as high as he can for right now. To cover a little bit of the wires. But, he has other responsibilities, so he's going to come back in a few days. But can you imagine, in all of that, the parts for like $3.50?
Oh my goodness. Really?
Really. He showed me the receipts. I said, are you kidding? No. This plus $10.
Oh my goodness.
He was happy as a lark.
And again, I'm listening to y'all. I tell y'all this all the time. Sometimes the house or the apartment that you get in, it may not have everything you want. And you may have to spend a few dollars to get it niced up or get the accessories or whatever you want added. I mean, this guy, she found this lamp at a CashDown store. I'll put the link in the video. Excuse me. Bought this light, and this guy came and did all the wiring and plugged it up and hung it up and rigged it up so that it can. This didn't exist beforehand.
Right.
He put it all together, wired it up, and bam! Now she has this. Now they're gonna dress it up a little more when he comes back. But this is something that she wanted to do to make the place feel more like home. You know, she saw that thing in the store and was like, I gotta get it. And when she got home, she's like, where am I gonna put it at? Who can I get? And $3.50 plus $10 later, it is done. That's amazing. Wow.
Blown away with labor is so cheap here. And honest people. You know, they don't want you to spend more. He did not want to take that $10.
Really?
But I grabbed his hand.
You gonna take these $10?
Put the $10. Yeah, it was 200 pesos. So $10.
Yeah.
200 pesos in his hand, and you know, he was like grateful, bowing, and thank you.
Yeah.
You know, so someone to appreciate that, you know, is. It just tells you how wonderful and how great the work ethics are here. I'm finding that with a lot, because I've had a few other things done. The work ethic, you can't beat it. You know, and they talk about, oh, my domestic worker this and my domestic worker that. That's for the States.
Yeah.
That mentality does not exist here. Because I have found that Mexicans work harder and longer and will do jobs that Americans just won't touch.
Yeah.
You know. And they take pride in what they do, whether it's cutting your grass or installing a light fixture, whatever. Pride in what they do.
Absolutely.
So I guess that's it. I'm sorry, I'm talking in your ear.
Oh, nah, you good. You good. This is all good stuff. So there y'all have it. I like for y'all to hear from other people, not you hear me running my mouth saying it. I think it's more believable when y'all hear from others. And Alicia has shared a lot of gems and wisdom with you all. And if y'all sitting on the fence, you know, just come visit. Just come check it out. If this is not for you, consider exploring other parts of Mexico. And if Mexico's not for you, continue to investigate and research and look into other countries and see what's out there. You know, it's the United States or Canada or Australia or wherever you're from. It's not the end all. Just go out and explore and see what your options are and just check it out. Have an open mind. That's all. You know, so thank y'all for watching. Alicia, I appreciate you taking your time out today to share your story.
Es un placer para mí.
It's been my pleasure.
It's been my pleasure.
Espanol coming on. Okay, I love it. So thank y'all. Yeah, if y'all want to holler at her, y'all better know how to dance. So take your shot in the comments and let her know, hey.
Por favor.
That means please for y'all who don't know what por favor is. So reach out. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you, ma'am.